so glad I finally got this working. And have no more crashes now.
Howdy. Howdy.
Okay.
Hello. You know, Portland didn't used to have all these mutants. They only showed up a decade or so ago.
You wanna talk?
Despite the Wolfpack's recent demise, the NCR has already introduced their replacement, the Courier of the Mojave. The so-called Wasteland Legend has officially joined the NCR exiles, Blackthorn announced in a press release. Quote, with the Courier on our side...
Great. A salesman.
The Courier, for their part...
Forget the drink. Just talk. Let's go.
Will the Courier live up to their legend?
I think both sides should just die off. That's what I think. It used to be that when you did a job for someone, it was just that, a job. No one held it against you, and everyone knew you were just doing it for the caps. Things were simpler then, things were good. Then these two superpowers show up and complicate everything. Everyone has an agenda now. Everyone has to take a side. And it's the people in the middle who suffer. People like me, innocent people. Portland would be better off without either of them.
I think, the Legion is pretty worse, much pretty worse than the NCO.
Hell no. But who do you think pays the most for this war? Just ask Brighttown. Do I look like... I live here, more or less. I used to sleep out back, but Charlie took pity on me, so now I sleep here on the floor. At least there's heat. Sort of. We see each other every day, but we don't talk. I know she used to be some old world starlet, though. Word of advice. Don't mention Vera Keys, lest you want to get your face clawed off.
Old world.
I was a mercenary, like most scabs. I fought for whoever had the deepest pockets. I was good at it too. Real good. Age could never slow me down. And some sons of bitches took a sledgehammer to my knees, and it was all downhill from there. I wish. Legion at least might have just killed me. Nah, I have Blackthorn's boys to thank for this. I did some side jobs.
Oh,
for
well,
the
there you go.
Legion. Mostly just contraband runs and a few raids.
Well, no, you'd...
But the NCR, they didn't
Assisting their
appreciate that. They really didn't appreciate it. Might have killed me if I didn't pass out. I couldn't go back into the field, obviously. And I lost all my caps on pain chems. So it wasn't long till I found myself here. I've been drinking myself into unconsciousness ever since. Of course. Can't stand the pain without them. Whatever caps I make goes to that. I ain't denying anything. Oh. You think that's gonna impress me? Let's.
Want something to drink? Fine. She's not a patron, she's the owner. Her name is Charlie, and she won't let you forget it. I'm serious. Just tell her what she wants to hear, unless you want to get crushed under her ego.
You're listening to the Breach Outrage, your source of
Not a thing. He comes here every few days, but he never drinks. All he does is eat soup all day and then leave. That's Donovan. Nice guy. Doesn't talk much, though. I heard he used to be a merc until he killed a kid or something. That's Combs, hardcore alcoholic. He's always here when I show up. I honestly think he might actually live here. Don't let his attitude rub you the wrong way. He's good company, and contrary to what you might think, he's not an angry drunk. That's Zurich, or the Emperor as he prefers to be called. It's better to just stay away from him. He'll just yell at you at night for not being patriotic enough. Unless he's really drunk, then he'll just grope you.
I'm guessing he was here before before Blackthorn.
Alright, here. That's not how this works. I listen to other people's troubles, not the other way around. All you need to know about me is that I serve a mean drink.
Leave me alone.
What is it? Spider mace, I think. I probably should have asked before. My story? Oh, do I have a story for you? You ever hear that song? What was it? Alabama Blue?
No. Long time ago, there were two men, a sheriff and a bandit. They were big men in a small town, a little nothing north of the Bleeder Sanctuary, nothing but wasteland and tribals for miles. Now, this bandit, he was a mean son of a bitch. Maybe even meaner than Kassar. If he wasn't getting high, he was raping and killing. The sheriff weren't blind to this, of course, but there weren't much he could do about it. The bandit was too strong, and the sheriff's deputies always came back in coffins. Closed coffins. Then, one day, the bandit decides to get back at the sheriff and kill his wife. He did that, and killed all the other girls in town, too. The sheriff had had enough, and killed the bandit's gang. The bandit, like the coward he was, ran off into the wastes. The sheriff followed, and made an oath that he would not
Sheriff.
stop hunting that bandit until the day he died. That bandit's name is Daniel White. And wouldn't you know it? He just happens to be in the frontier. Now, the sheriff learned a long time ago not to send people to their deaths. But you just might be able to do what the sheriff can't do. Give this story an ending. When I came here, I was just looking for some R&R before I went after Way. Then I looked in a mirror and realized I was in no shape to take him on. I've been wallowing in my sorrow ever since. Till you came along, anyway. The sheriff had a name a long time ago. He forgot that, though. He forgot a lot of things. There's no good ending to this story. Come back when the deed's... What is it?
Matt, I bet he has a lot to say about Blackthorn.
You look like a real patriot. You're talking to Josiah Zurich, better known as the Emperor. I led the 1st Brigade through the Brotherhood War. I was promoted to general upon its conclusion, and followed Blackthorn and his men to the frontier. I've been here ever since. As a general, I was unmatched. The Legion fell like leaves before my men. Eventually, we confronted the main force outside of a place called Salt Town. Blackthorn ordered me back, wanted me to retreat. This was a few days after Brighttown. Blackthorn thought I was going to start another massacre, like that idiot Parker. I ignored his order and charged ahead. We defeated the force with minimal civilian and military casualties, but it wasn't enough. I was removed from my command and put on indefinite leave. Of course, I would never leave it behind. I have no command, though, and no assignment. I can either waste my time on base or here. I choose the latter. It was an insult from my men. They thought I was too authoritative, too arrogant. I wore it as a badge of pride. The new California... Soldier, I know the Republic isn't perfect, especially with Kimball in charge, but it's the best...
Yeah, good point there. Where's this woman?
Blackthorn can kiss my ass.
Looking for a good time. 100.
Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lay waiting in the bay. Low lie the field of the ride.
Survival tip number 944. Walls are thin. Make sure you keep your voice down. If we can hear you, the Legion can too. Stay safe. I'm John Walker, voice of the NCR, and this is the news. I've got a lovely bit of fan mail here from a gal called XBZ8756. Is that right? I guess so. Dear Mr. NCR, I would sure love it if you gave my store a mention. I'm located at the Old Fart Saloon. Just look for the woman with an iBot floating next to her. Huh. Well, I hope you enjoyed that advertisement, XBZ. I can't wait to meet you. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Same with this big bar. It's clearly hollow. Is that intentional? Yes, it's there's nothing in there. Killed off ears.
Survival tip number 944. Walls are thin. Make sure you keep your voice down. If we can hear you, the Legion can too. Stay safe. This is the voice of the NCR, coming to you with the news you need to know.
That power cell.
Private Mackey and Private Peel, who had previously deserted, returned to Camp New Phoenix recently. The two apologized for their actions and promised, quote, they'll stick around till the fight is won. After a short stint in jail, the two were given a full pardon by General Blackthorne. Expect to see them back on the front line soon. The news doesn't stop, but I do. We'll be back shortly. Survival tip number 944. Walls are thin. Make sure you keep your voice down. If we can hear you, the Legion can too. Stay safe. Did you miss me? I know I did. I've got some news for you. Salt traders are concerned about the Frost Lion Resort, which has gone completely silent in recent weeks. Though considering that it was a slaver den, I don't think anyone's gonna miss it. Now, this song is a personal favorite of mine. I hope you enjoy it just as much as you enjoy me.
I have a date with holographic.
The Breach Outreach and its unbiased reporting is made possible thanks to listeners like you. Thank you. You won't hear this on NCR Radio. Marcus Valerius, better known as Legate Valerius, or simply Legate, is the leader of the Northern Legion. Much of the Legate's past is a mystery. He's not only quite intelligent, but he is a skilled doctor, though he mainly uses his skill for torture. The Legate sticks out amongst his peers for not only his background, but for his comparatively liberal leadership policies. Slaves are treated well under his rule. Literacy and the use of technology is encouraged, and rumor has it he may soon allow women into the military. Make no mistake, he's still Legion, but his Legion is not like any we've seen before. One could make the argument that he is the Legion's future. There's no doubt that the outcome of this war will either prove the argument wrong or validate it. In a war fought with lies, truth is the greatest weapon.
I think his Legion's actions have said it all.
I'd say I've got some bad memories. Some made me curse, some put me at ease.
Easy, cowboy. Don't want to make too much noise round old Martha here. It was a mother getting her to calm down, and I'm not gonna let you ruin my hard work. Name's Sam, but most people call me Uncle Sam on account of me resembling that man in all those old posters. Used to be a big horner breeder out east. Had a whole herd of them, at least 1,000. Martha? Oh, she was a gift from my son-in-law. More a pet than a pack animal at this point. Hell, I'd call her family. You can thank the Legion for that. When they began their conquest, they took most of my herd as war mounts, gobbled them up like greedy children.
Well, see?
Couple more died escaping
Legion.
those sons of
Screw
bitches.
them.
By the end of it all, I had about 30 left, and I sold most of them to NCR.
Well, their offer was a joke, but it was the only offer I had, so I took it. Killing time, mostly. Once I sell the rest of these bighorners, I'm gonna head south toward Nevada.
Word is, NCR's running a massive sharecropping operation out there. Not exactly what I wanted to do with my life, but I'm straight out of options.
That obvious, huh? Something's wrong with her, that's for sure. Can't put anything on her back without her keeling over. This goes on any longer, I'll have to put the old girl down. Of course. How else do you think stuff gets from place to place? I've heard that the ones down south are different, a bit weaker. Well, in her prime, Martha could carry an entire... Well, she got grazed by one of those spears the Legion uses, but that shouldn't be causing something like this. Well, be my guest. If you can get her back on her feet, there's caps in it for you.
Alec.
You got something to say? I'm from up north, or what's left of it. You probably wouldn't know the place, not unless you've gone past the Bleeder Sanctuary. Not that there's any reason to. My home's long gone now. Long gone. Trying to collect a debt. Been trying to collect it for a long time. Dude. What? That's not me. That sounds like... Radic! I knew he was here.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Listen, I'm stuck here, but you can end this. Kill Radic. Bring me his fucking head.
Yeah, we'll hurry.
What? I'm Bob Mason. I'm what you'd call a purveyor of the highest quality distilled alcohol in these here parts. Well, you don't have to be rude, but yes, that's what I do here. Well, Johnny Sims and I were pals, going back a while, and he found out I could make a swanky moonshine, so he set me up with a bit of a gig here. Not much else to it.
Johnny's nice. Wish he'd sell me more food, though.
Beep boop. Secret, secret. I've got a secret. I'm just messing with you. Thanks. I made it myself. He's a lot more power efficient since that guy messed with him. I never got his name, but he had an iPod of his own, and he loved to talk about the past. I'm pretty sure he kept talking even when I was asleep. It helps attract customers for one, and it's fun to do. There aren't many people who know about tech in Portland, so I can be intimidating to some. Humor helps. Well, I grew up outside of the city in the forest. One day an iPod malfunctioned and landed in front of our house. I took it apart, put it back together, and just did that over and over again, until I knew everything there was about robots. And if you're good at something, you make caps doing it. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, that! It's the serial number for my first iBot. My real name is Vitalia, but XBZ8756 is a lot more memorable. It died eventually. It happens. But I keep its chassis around as memento. I'm wearing it now, actually. Parts, scrap metal,
Hello.
Staying out of trouble.
Welcome to the Old Fart Saloon, kid. I'm Johnny Sims, proprietor and sole employee. What can I do for you? Only the finest drinks in the frontier. Old Fart Saloon. Part bar, part trading post, all... Huh, what's my story, you say? Hell, take a good hard look at me. I am a story. Ha! Nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm just an old drifter trying to find his place in the world. Opened this bar about, God, what was it? Nearly 100 years ago. Well, however long it was, I've been here ever since. Yeah, we don't really get much trouble around here. Usually some idiot tries to rob the place, then gets gunned down before he can put out his last word.
Johnny's nice. Wish he'd sell more food, though.
You tried Bob's moonshine? Crazy good.
Right, that's all we've got time for, fortunately. Maybe some more tomorrow.